issues which we feel are very pertinent, particularly the issue of the FIF bill. As we agreed in Avasha, quite a number of us have this bill. Like Vihiga, we got the bill long time ago and we have been implementing it. And it has had a major impact on our health facilities in terms of managing and raising the money at the facility level and using it at the facility level. Now, if we are going to change the whole equation and now bring it to the CRF, then I think we are coming from the frying pan into fire. So we need to look at it afresh. And I think I don't want to go into the details. Also, the issue of the health promoters is an issue which we need to know the funding mechanism, how it's going to work. Because it's an issue that will create a lot of problem because we have the highest number. And if the funding mechanism is not very clearly spelled out, it's something that could cause a lot of hiccups and problems within the counties. So CS and your team, we want to engage, and I think if we had a more consultative meeting with our people, I think we will move forward and we'll find a middle ground. Thank you.
Thank you very much, CS, Chair of the committee, my colleague governors, and the entire team from the ministry and COG. Good morning. I don't want to say much. I want to take this opportunity first to say that we have been working very closely with the MOH for the last many agendas of the president, and I think we have done so well, including the CHPs and all that. And I think probably there was a lot of rush at MOH because of the timelines of 20th that you were trying to catch up with the president's agenda. But I want you to be careful so that we have 47 colleagues. So we are only how many governors here? We are few committee members. We want to feel all the other 47 colleagues to feel represented in this thing so that we don't find ourselves in problems as we rush to launch this on 20th. My suggestion would be, because we don't have time, and as a Kenya Kwanza governor and also a governor who is very progressive, all of us know that the president means well for this country and especially for UHC. The failures of UHC has been because of lack of good legislation, good legal framework. That's why we've not made it. And I think Dr. Amoth will tell us that the failures of the previous attempts was because of legal framework. Again, I don't want us to fail because of just simple things of consultation. So I want us to make it right, and it's not too late. We still have some time. And what I'm requesting CS is that even as we continue this meeting, which I also insist that probably we can proceed, my thinking is, can we involve our legal team? We have a very good legal team at COG. Can they sit with your team overnight? This thing, or even they can stay somewhere for some few days. They can harmonize all these things to bring in any issue that COG could be having in all this, so that as we report to our 47 colleagues, we are not going with something like we are not sure of what they were saying. And even on digital health, I'm the chair of ICT at the Council of Governors. I would have thought if my team could have gone through it, because we're also doing something at COG. We actually we're supposed to pilot a system. There is a system on, I think what is it called? There is a system that we wanted, there is a system we want to check at COG to see if we can actually use as all counties. And that comes to my committee. So you can imagine you are doing digital health here, and we are doing a totally different thing at the COG. So we are thinking, if possible, let us have our team sit very quickly, and we get a good, favorable outcome. Nonetheless, we can continue with this meeting so that we make progress. There are some very good proposals that have been given, especially on the primary health care. I'm very passionate about it, and I think we should actually make progress. But all the concerns from COG should be put together so that as we report to our 47 colleagues, we are not telling them we were not consulted. It should be one word from the word go, and then when passed, we all go and launch with the President in Kericho. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you, Waziri. I just want to reinforce what the Chair has said, because most of the issues have already been captured in the highlights, Waziri, if you check, issues of concern, but the main problem has just been maybe the consultation level. For example, I remember during my campaign period, I interacted a lot with what we are calling community health volunteers. And they were trying to urge me that we should change that name to community health workers. But then we were going to fall in a big jam about minimum wages and things like that. Because if you look at the way the scheme was started, these are basically volunteers. Immediately you change the term volunteers, then they become workers, then the issue of minimum wages comes in. If you take example like now maybe my county in Busia, I've got 2,100. Imagine these people coming on your payroll without a clear plan on how you are going to do it. And I'm sure this affects various counties, as the Chair has said. We are all paying them differently. I think like myself, we are paying them around 2,000. But even that payment, when I came in, it was not there. Almost for 2 years, they had not been paid anything, and we are now trying to clear that backlog. So I tend to think that with more consultations with the COG, we should be able to iron out the issues that have already been highlighted, and this will give us a better way forward, because we are all in agreement that we need to deliver on health. Yeah, most counties, like myself, I believe health is a priority. If we deliver on health, the other things will be able to follow. So I'll just urge Waziri that maybe, if possible, without delaying this process, I just want to add to what my colleagues have said, that given the committee chairman is here and the COG secretariat is here, we can get a better way forward to iron out the issues that are here, instead of them going out to the public, and maybe, as you said later, they can be issues as to what roles is the national government playing and what role should the county governments be playing. And yet we are in agreement on principles. So let us not go in a situation whereby we are bogged down by legal issues while our common goal is the same. So I just want to support and echo what the Chair you have said on behalf of all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor Choma. Governor Patricia.
Thank you, CS and your team, Chair, governors, and all the participants. I think it is becoming extremely clear that the progress that we are making.
Those are proceedings from stakeholder engagement between the Ministry of Health, led by the Health Cabinet Secretary Susan Nakumicha, and the Council of Governors on the implementation of the universal health coverage, of course, looking at a number of issues to ensure that that particular program is well implemented in the county.